Oh, what are these characters? I like these two. I played this set a little bit yesterday. Played these two guys. I did it in both directions, actually. Played Ryu against an Oro and played Oro against a Ryu. Ryu Oro is probably 5-5. Ryu's matchups are pretty good. Ryu usually has 5-5s. That was a car throw. Off a medium kick. That was daring. It's not the kind of thing I would usually recommend. This is Vine. This is the Elena player. Elena and Oro. Common pick. Hey, what up? Oro's Fireball is one of the better fireballs in the game, which you would hope for the fact that it's charge. In a game with shitty fireballs. His hurtbox gets really fucking wide for it, like wider even than most characters. But the recovery and startup are quite good. Well, the startup's not that good, but the recovery's good. It also, the bad startup is mitigated by the fact that the fireball appears pretty far away from him. So it's like if it started like faster, but started closer to him, basically. Except it's harder to react to. Like a fireball that just appeared right on the opponent would be better than a fireball that had to travel to them. Or is like a halfway. I don't like Toward Strong at all. The stones will miss a crouching opponent, and the Toward Strong will whiff on a crouching opponent. Oh no. Oh no, what the fuck? This guy like doesn't play Oro. Everything he's doing is weird as hell. It's like clearly a good player who doesn't really like play this character that much. The Fierce, like, I can't even picture what it could have been. It wasn't supposed to be a crouch Fierce. He should have seen it. His Tengu stones were running out right then. He could have gone for a chicken combo. If you've got 3 stones up, you can't do chicken. But his stones were running up during the block stun. Oh no! Oh no! Crouch jab into stomp. That's this guy. I don't know, man. There's no like reason to do that ever. This is an ugly match. Give good players. My Ryu could have beaten this Oro, and my Oro could have beaten this Ryu. What we got? I've never seen that name. I think this Ryu's name is... Is that ground for the first one? I don't remember. The first one's a common-ass character, but I don't remember what it means. The second one is under, and the third one is sit, I think. Like sit underground. They might have some meaning with all 3 of those words together. But I don't know what it is. But that's just the definition of the 3. Is that a back medium kick? Ibuki has an air throw, and she's got 2 air TCs, which make her air-to-airs better than most characters. Having to do 2 air parries is kind of obnoxious. Even having to do 1 is kind of obnoxious if the opponent has fast moves. And she's got the air throw to blow up your air parries in general. And she's got air normals with decent reach. The thing is, her air TCs don't come off the air normals with decent reach. She's got, I think, jab towards fierce, which is not... It has okay reach. She's got short towards forward, which has good reach for the forward, but not the short. And the short's the one you need good reach for. And then she's got fierce towards forward, which is it's okay. It's not great. Her air TCs, like you have to choose between reach and having a TC basically. So it's not like she's super powerful midair, but she is good. That's punishable. That was not the punish. That was a pretty sick punish. Ibuki's normally safe-ish after a penguin kick, but if she's cornered, she can't back up as much. So punishes become a lot better. Interesting thing to do there. He did low strong into Tatsu after a low parry. A low parry will usually have the opponent crouching, and if the opponent's crouching, low strong into Tatsu is not a combo. So that was like a really weird little sequence. Maybe he just saw. But it should have been crouch fierce, I'm surprised it wasn't. Force stand is like not really a system in this game. It is, but it isn't. It's really weird. The opponent has a different reel for getting crouching during a block string, or standing during a hit string, crouching during a string, standing during a string, or getting hit by a quote force stand move during a string. So certain attacks will cause the opponent to reel in different ways, and those different ways will occasionally put them in the way of like attacks that don't hit crouching opponents. But it's not like a flag. It's just like it changes the way that you're hit, and if it changes the way that you're hit so that you get hit by the move, then you get hit by the move. But crouching isn't a flag either. Like certain crouching characters will get hit by Tatsus, and certain other characters won't, for example. It's just entirely based on where their hitboxes are. However, there are attacks that put the opponent into standing animations, but they're all like supers. Pow! That's gonna kill. Ryu has a good reversal with that super. It will beat anything Hygiene does. You need a reversal with super priority to beat Hygiene, which basically means a super with invincibility. Hey, Sabi. That was a bad Tatsu, I don't like it. No sir, I don't like it. Wow, he got lucky. That wastes a bunch of Hygiene time. He should have blocked from there. He's still in a pretty good position though. Now he's not. This is like honestly fair. If Yun gets another Gane, it's almost over. And he's probably going to get another Gane unless Ryu gets a good read. That's it. Now he's got to get lucky. Yun has to approach carefully, that's the only thing. Oh, that was a hard convert. That's it. It's not it! Oh my god, this Ryu player. He had to make reads like that. You won't always get paid off in this game, but you do have to make reads. That's the fundamental nature of third strike. Oh, yeah, he can whiff punish that. That was a low forward. Shoulder was going to whiff punish that easy. He did it perfectly. We'll drop the combo at the end, but you know. Hygiene activation is pretty short. It's only like 5 frames. Interesting juggle. EX uppercut to regular uppercut. Yun has different follow-ups depending on which characters he does that command grab on. I think he can do command grab into low strong, into strong dash punch on everyone. On certain characters he can do low strong into up kicks. On certain characters he can do stand medium kick. There might be some other ones of note. I think he can do command grab into EX upper with no normal on a bunch of characters. You don't need to know that many follow-ups. The overhead. Oh, that was odd. He comboed into a Gane, dash punch, but I don't think there's an ender there. So maybe it was supposed to be a shoulder. And not a dash punch. Unless you need to cover some ground, Hygiene dash punches aren't that good. You can juggle really easily with them, but you won't. It's not good to. This is probably gonna... Okay, I was gonna say it's gonna be blocked, but it wasn't even the right strength to hit. Did your first stream ever? Congrats. What do you stream? Fake dive kick into throw is the glue that holds dive kicks together, because otherwise dive kicks would be completely and utterly destroyed by parries. You need to have you need to properly rep empty dive kick into throw, because that's the only way you can punish people trying to parry dive kicks. Because if you parry a dive kick, you get a big punish. That was a fake dive kick, but Ken's DP actually punished it before it could finish landing, and it would have punished a real dive kick too. So that was a good decision from the Ken. There's Hero Yuki. I've seen him before. He's good. Nice confirm. He wasn't point blank, so he couldn't do a 3-hit confirm. So he just did a 2-hit one. Woo! No respect chip out. Yun probably thought he was outside the range of chip, so he didn't try and parry. He could have gone for the red parry on reaction, but, you know, very difficult to do. That's not a confirm? I've never seen that particular confirm from Ken. Close strong, link super. It was probably a failed TC, actually, which is a much more sensible thing to do. He probably wanted TC. See how Ken got a parry and then he did low forward and then he did nothing? Ken doesn't really have a whole lot to do when he doesn't have a super in that context. Ken's like DP whiffs pretty quickly, so it's not too bad to just throw out. Lucky! I thought he was toast. Yun should have won that like 99 games out of 100 if he didn't throw it away. My turn. This is one of the matchups where Ken's Tatsu is not horrible, but most Ken players still don't do it. I think it does a bunch of chip and is safe against Hugo, but the thing is it can lose hits, and if it loses certain hits it becomes SPD punishable. So it's kind of more risky than it's worth. You don't see this matchup very often. It's not that bad. Ken wins, but not by a lot. It's probably like 5.5, 4.5, or maybe 6-4. It's not like a super bad matchup or anything. But Ken has the advantage. Hugo's pretty scary. I got some Street Fighter 4 videos actually. We can watch those instead if you want. Or maybe at least after these. Nice. Ken EX Air Tatsu fucks Hugo so bad. Like so bad. It is horrible. Hugo's really tall. And Ken, depending on his arc, can be like crossing up or not crossing up, and it's like unseeable. And if it does, like, if Hugo blocks wrong, it's safe. And if Hugo blocks correctly, it's I mean, if Hugo blocks correctly, it's safe, and if Hugo blocks wrong, it juggles into like a stay medium kick or a fierce or a DP, depending on the range and the screen spacing. That looks pretty far. He still got it. This could actually kill. It's gonna be close. Oh my god. Reversal, something got stuffed. Should have been reversal EXDP. It's the only true reversal that Ken has. Except supers. I think literally all three of Ken's supers function as reversals. Went for stand fierce and didn't work. Stand forward is a lot more consistent, but it's a little bit weaker, so. Anti-air hard DP, Street Fighter 4. Even in later Street Fighter games, can still do medium instead of hard. There's stand fierce. He could have done a DP or even maybe 2 DPs. Look at that! That was a cross up, and it hit 3 times. That move is really intended to hit once or maybe twice on a grounded opponent, so when it hits 3 times it does some pretty nice damage, especially considering it sets up a juggle state. Tamiya. The point is, no one anti-airs with DPs at all in this game. 9/10 of the time, Ken anti-airs with either crouch fierce or crouch forward. Fair Sun Moon Hacks? Why is this a Super 2 Ken? Super 2 does a butt ton of damage, to be honest. What the fuck? Why didn't you just hit any button? He dashed. Block DP into dash. Oh my god. How are you going to be that telegraphed? Super 2 Ken is probably his worst super. But it's not horrible, it's just it doesn't have all the nice things that Super 3 does, like punishing weird attacks. I'm not even sure Super 2 combos from his target combo, to be honest. It has very short range. It does a lot of damage for the meter requirement though. It's actually Ken's most damaging super. And for being his most damaging super, the meter is very short. Despite what you would think, I think Ken Super 2 is actually not that good of an anti-air. I think jump on attacks can beat it unless it's super deep. Shut the fuck up, I play the Switch regularly. I just haven't played Breath of the Wild yet, that's the only thing. For footage of a Super 2 Ken winning. If that was a super, it would have been okay. Anti-air parry into super on a very high connect. I haven't gotten Picross on it yet. The main problem with Ken Super 2 is that it's impossible to land. You can get it after a parry as an anti-air. You can get it after like DP cancels. You can get it as a punisher after a parry, but you can't always get it after a parry. I don't think you can do a oh, that's gonna work. How about that? Light DP into... technically light DP into any of Ken's supers work in the corner. But, Super 2 is the only one with a good juggle. Super 1 juggle is okay. Super 3 juggle is horrible. Taihe. Those are pretty similar names. Teleport in place. Classic. That's really unsafe. Telegraphs that you're going to be punishable. But it gets people trying to dash backwards, catching your teleport away. And it's invincible on wake up, so you know it can make some meaties whiff, and a lot of people won't necessarily be ready for it. It's just a it's a weird wake up tactic. It's hard to explain. Oh, meaty parry into throw, but it was a Tatsu. Airborne. Oh, he could have supered that. He could have just hit it. That was a really bad teleport towards. Cancels into Demon Flip are quite strong in this game. Because even if you parry the button that's being cancelled to Demon Flip, if you punish Akuma, he gets hit midair. Because Demon Flip is airborne on first frame. Wow! A Demon Flip dive kick a little bit too low so it never got its hitbox. Then buffer the fuck out of a demon. Demons require all 5 buttons in sequence. So they're a bit hard to do in this game. But not enormously harder to do than in other Street Fighters. They also don't take a shortcut, I don't think. I don't think you can do like down forward to forward as your forward motion. I don't actually remember. Maybe they do. That was nice. Nice little low confirm. Akuma's meter is not super important. It doesn't add a whole bunch of damage to his combos, and it's not amazing to land. Or rather, it's not amazing to land. He's got a lot of different ways to use it, which is nice. Well. 8-second KO. Nice. ATDP is good. Well, this isn't invincible or anything, but it does have a good hitbox, and it is multiple hits. But like, it'll trade with a lot of air attacks, or even lose to them, so it's good to do anti-air parry into DP. That was a punish, and a pretty good one. This is fine. Who was that other guy? Was he like Hein or something and I misread it? Are there two binds? Whoa. This playlist does it from like newest to oldest, so I always have to like go backwards on it, which means the autoplay doesn't work. It's fucking stupid. Yeah, that was Elena with a good punish. That was like really optimal and kind of hard to do. From full crouch, low strong DP super. That motion was actually really like good. Now he's got healing. Healing against 12 was kind of strange. Wow, he got hit but didn't get knocked over. The way the DP should work is that every hit knocks down and the later hits struggle. But frequently it doesn't work like that. This is hard to punish. Even if you parry it, it's hard to punish. 12 looking pretty good. Elena's one of the characters who can actually contest 12's neutral. Which is bad, as you would expect. I don't remember what Sasuke means. I think Elena jump roundhouse is good here. He's using a lot of jump fierce though. Back roundhouse is unthrowable and is a true mix-up with throws. It's unthrowable from like its first frame too. I don't know if it's from its first frame, but it's from very early on in the animation. Gives Elena a really solid mix-up. Elena's mix-up is solid in general. She's got good overheads and lows too. Oh no. 12 only has a confirm from a low. He did a full heal. The thing is, 12 can't even get a good punish on that. He probably should have done Samurai House immediately. Tominaga? Chun-Li? For some reason my beta Twitch TV doesn't always work on pop-out. No, I think that's just because they're part of words. I think those should be working because that hand just worked. See, that one worked. It's a mystery. What up, B? That was a wake-up car throw. Jump over, mash EX TP. Classic. Look at that hitbox. Chun-Li can do that fierce on whiff for some reason. I got work tonight, so I don't know. That was weird. He did low strong into the first hit of Spin Scythe, and then the second hit whiffed. So we got 2-hit combo. And then he did the Spin Scythe Ender, and that hit and also comboed, so we got 2 hits and then like a whiff and then another 2 hits on what should have been a 5-hit combo. Chun-Li's tiny, and crouching Chun-Li is really tiny. Chun-Li's actually regular size until she's crouching. Oh, another Spin Scythe whiffing. This matchup might actually be bad. I think I usually see it as like 6-4 Chun-Li, but it might be worse than that. I don't know. Elena can contest Chun-Li neutral, which is something most characters can't claim. Kuroda said this is the only character who has a hope against Chun-Li at the highest level. He said that everyone loses to Chun-Li, but Ken does the best. End quote. Kuroda is quite a good Ken player. So he's probably talking about his own experiences with MOV, who is maybe the best Chun. Storing lightning legs inside another lightning legs. Whew, anti-air parry low short. Classic third strike anti-air right there. You don't see Chun-Li's low short almost ever. It's usually either low jab or low forward. Low forward is so good that it almost annuls low short. It's like, hey, let's have a low that goes way farther, and also you can confirm super out of it on a single hit. Chun-Li would be a pretty cool character if she didn't have low forward super. It's not a link or anything. It's a very, very late cancel. Close roundhouse, mash down. That's an example of using parries to supplement offense. He's going for those low parries a lot. He's wiggling. If I were Ken, I'd be really scared to hit a button now. That's good. That's what you do when people are mashing parry. You dash in and throw them. Ah! He should have been ready for 5 parries there. I don't know why he stopped at 3. It should have been staying fierce into EXDP. Should have been staying strong into EXDP. Staying strong's like a better media, I think. Probably doesn't matter against Chun-Li. Anyway, a lot of people use parries. They just let the opponent do whatever the opponent wants to do. Oh, no super. It was good to land there. They just let the opponent free reign, and then whenever the opponent gets close, they do like low parry or stand parry, something like that, and that's horrible. You'll rarely succeed with that kind of strategy. Throws because the low will kill. Ken would have taken a third throw. He was still looking for the low to block. What was I going to say? Oh, the correct way to use parries is to do something, and then this is how frame traps and third strike work. You can have minus frame traps, and they're actually really good. -2 frame traps is like a decent thing in this game. The Chun-Li did stand roundhouse, close stand roundhouse, which is a super confirm in and of itself. Okay, so if the stand roundhouse hit, he would have done a super jump cancel super. But the stand roundhouse was blocked, close roundhouse was blocked. So he did pause into low parry. And it's like, it's Ken's turn, but Chun-Li can steal the turn back if she guesses correctly on the parry. And that's very, very easy to scope for when you're playing this game. You can do something minus and then watch how the opponent reacts. And more importantly, certain characters can't react with like a low or can't react with a high from certain ranges. Like if you're fighting Shotos, wow, how about that? Unusual confirm right there. If you can call it a confirm. Certain characters can't react well from certain ranges. Like if you do something, here's something I do. Like I do Oro stand strong, right? And on block, it pushes me to a certain distance away against Shotos, where if they do a high, well, they don't have a high to hit me. Like maybe Ken stand strong would hit me, but I don't know. That would probably whiff on crouching Oro. So most Kens don't want to do it. They don't have like a high that'll hit me at any sort of reasonable speed. Like if Ken does like reversal stand roundhouse after blocking a stand strong, my next attack will beat him. And he can beat my next attack. It's his turn. He can beat my next attack with like a low forward or like a low roundhouse or something like that. But they're lows. They're all low parries. So he can like, even though it's his turn, even though I did something like minus, he can't safely take his turn 100% of the time because there's a possibility I'm just going to low parry immediately after having it be blocked. But the mix-up, the metagame is, if I do that immediate low parry, I'm not attacking immediately, first of all, and I'm watching and waiting for a low parry, which opens me up for at least a little bit of a few frames, and then a very delayed low, which doesn't hit, which my low parry won't catch, or like a walk-in throw or something like that is good, but a walk-in throw or a very delayed low gets beaten by me just hitting a button into another button. And of course I can just block to avoid the entire mix-up, and the Ken can just block to avoid the entire mix-up. You don't have to take your turn in this game. You can make new turns really easily. But little moments like that, that's how you should use parries. Using parries to supplement your offense. Lose your turn during your offense. Use parry to steal your turn back. I like that system a lot more than Street Fighter. Street Fighter 4 and 5, where it's like -2 is either stake your life on a DP or hold block strings. This guy's name is, I'm pretty sure his name is Cat City. Cat Village. Nakamura. This is famously a very shitty match. Dorai for something body? No, it's not body. That might be like week vacation. Oh no. That clap hitbox though. That is kind of weird to hit. It's hard to counterpoke a lot of his buttons in this matchup, and Hugo likes counterpokes. Counterpoking is a big thing in this game. With punishing. Dudley's EXDP moves really far forward, doesn't it? He still got it. I don't see Dudley making this comeback. He needs like a bunch of those. That super did really crap damage because he missed the early hits. Half the damage of that super is the first hit. The other half is the next 4. That ender does a lot of dizzy, and his screen position, he probably didn't have a better ender. That's a super confirm. Doesn't look like one, but it is. Stand strong, half circle forward, kick, quarter circle forward, and then if the stand strong hits, you do punch. The thing is, the ducking extends your super cancel window by quite a lot. So you're doing like a normal cancel to a special, and then ducking can be canceled to super for most of its animation. I don't think strong into ducking into straight or strong into ducking into upper combos, but strong into ducking into super combos. Dudley's got really quick supers. His 2 frames, 3 frames, 2 frames for his 3 supers. They just said it aloud. It's Nakamura. Cat fucking Village. This is Hiroyuki. So is this like a 2... I feel like I've seen so many names twice. Didn't we see Hiroyuki a second ago? Didn't we see Dorai earlier? I feel like this is like you play twice as 2 different characters, which is why we saw some whack-ass stuff. It's still an East versus West war. So it's everyone east of so-and-so this arcade versus everyone west of this arcade. Oh, that was a good... Chun-Li should try and win this without using another bar. That's his goal right now. Pretend he doesn't have any more meter. Dudley is also very strong against Chun-Li, and by very strong I mean 4-6. Dudley is just fine against Chun. His combos are really powerful against her, that's the key. He gets unusually big juggles against her. Chun-Li is somewhat easy to juggle. Speaking as an Aura player. This combo, in particular, is really strong. Neo, huh? I've never really been super crazy on the Souls games, to be honest. Isn't Neo just a Souls game? But, like, not. Taihe. Yeah, we're definitely looping people. This is Taihe's main. This is Nishi Nippori, right? This arcade right here. Was that really where the combo ended? 2, 3, 4. Is EX uppercut 4, 2? Or EX headbutt? No, fuck it. Just watch it on your own. I've watched that match on stream like 4 times. It's a perfect match, though. It's literally the best match. It's oh, EX would have worked there, but EX into mirror is I don't know. Yeah, Crouch Fierce is too slow there, but EX headbutt's fast enough, I think. EX headbutt's Urien's other launcher. That was he could have parried out of that, but he hit the parry before the freeze. I'm the master of this matchup. This is Cut City again. He can win off of this. Huh? What's that stupid shit? Why'd he do the fireball? The fireball made it so the last hit before the knockdown wasn't a super, which means that Urien can quick stand, which fucks the entire setup. Some Aura players, man. I actually have bought stuff specifically for cooking with baths, and not just food. Fortunately, I get to eat all the food, so I wouldn't really call that an expense. This Aura's playing an alright neutral. He's getting kind of fucked, but he looks like someone who knows how to play Aura. He's doing Aura things, they're just not working. He got smushed. So now we got Tominaga Makote. $69. The sexiest number. That's like Urien's easiest B&B. Launch, tackle, fireball, tackle, fierce. That's like the only Urien combo that doesn't require some wacky, I shouldn't say the only one, doesn't require some precise charging. Most of Urien's combos don't actually require partitioning, only the mid-screen headbutt stuff. But a lot of them require very, very perfect buffering. Oh no. Urien can supposedly die, even though he's got a long stun bar, there's a Urien specific stun juggle. So she can touch or dizzy him. I didn't know that until a bunch of people told me. I'm guessing it just uses higher strength Fukiages because he's wide. Charge partitioning doesn't fundamentally change like most charge characters, even in this game. The only thing it does is it lets you get like dash charge moves, which and only in very, very like controlled specific scenarios, which is really good for Urien's cross-up unblockables, but very useless for most characters. A Sean? Whenever I see a Sean, they're always using this color. It's kind of cool looking. I like the idea of a fucking Shoto using different color top and bottom. Takayoshi? Charge partitioning. I guess. So, you can break your charge into pieces. There's my one sentence explanation. You can do, like, let's say it takes 2 seconds to charge. You can charge for 1 second, briefly release, and then charge for another second, and you'll have the charge move. Remy is, like, pretty bad, and charge partitioning doesn't help him that much. It helps him a bit. It's mostly charge buffering that helps Remy. Charge buffering is the reason Remy's viable. Got it. I don't think that confirm works on everyone. Close run, hustling, Super 3. Super 3 is maybe Sean's worst super, actually. It used to be his best by far, but having it be 1 bar utterly killed it. And also removing his main TC into it. It's more than 9 frames, I think, but it's a random amount of time. It's based on an invisible meter that's constantly emptying. And every time it empties, it refills. And every time it refills, it cancels all charges. All partial charges. But it can actually be a pretty long time. But the problem is it's just random. It can be as low as 1 frame. And it can be as much as, like, well, a lot. So every now and then, like, if you're perfect about your charge partitioning, it's not a huge issue. But every now and then, even if you do a charge partition, like, perfectly, it can fuck up. Just because the meter happened to empty right then. It's a very stupid system. It could have been done better. That's probably punish. That super is actually really fast. The TC! Sean has a TC of Fierce into towards Fierce. It's not a combo. But it is a block string into an overhead. You can just parry it on reaction. A lot of Sean's stuff is extremely gimmicky. I don't know if you can reset charge partition bar. I've never heard that. It might be true. Charge buffering is just a catch-all for tricks you can do to give yourself the absolute greatest amount of charge time. For example, if you charge, and then you release charge, and then you hit punch, you can still get a Sonic Boom, right? For like a little bit, for like a few frames. Charge, and then hit forward, and then wait a little bit, and then punch. Like, you've still got a little bit of time where you can, when you're not currently charging, where you can still get that fireball out. So, for example, if you're Remy, you can do charge back, and then tap forward, and then tap back again, and hold back, and then do punch. And the game saves that you did a charge back into a forward, so as long as your punch is not too long after that, it will give you the Sonic Boom, but also, you started charging before you even threw your Sonic Boom, so you can throw another Sonic Boom sooner. The charge will resolve faster. Stuff like that. Remy and Urien do those. That's a very advanced charge buffering technique. That does a lot of dizzy, that combo. Aura benefits in very specific meme combos from charge partitioning. As a general rule, it only helps him chip people out. Oro, as a general rule, Oro gets inherent charge time from pretty much everything he does in combos. You had no, ooh. Block the fisted only. Failed to hit confirm. Got nothing to say to that. Alright, that's better. No, it's not! You don't need reversal to get that punish. But he was so late that, like, he still missed it. That's like minus, like, 6 or something, minus 8. It's like minus a bit, but it's not minus very much, and the push-out's kind of high. But Elena's Super 1 is like 2 frames, so... There's the empty type throw, blowing up the anti-air parry. Saw it live and in action. There was another one. Naturally, empty jump dive kick is actually very risky, but most people aren't really willing to try and beat it. You can actually just anti-air either a successful dive kick or rather a well-angled dive kick or an empty dive kick. Like Aura Stand Roundhouse will beat both. But of course, anti-airing with House, and if they jump and just parry it, is not so good. And also, if they're like directly overhead doing like a light dive kick, a roundhouse probably won't hit that. You've got to analyze the ranges, which is made slightly more difficult by the fact that Yun can super jump, but Yun's super jump and regular jump are pretty similar, to be honest. The twins' super jumps are probably the least different of ordinary jumps of any character. Nice. That might still be a punish. Nope. Good Necro players. Sugiyama and Pino AB7 are usually considered to be the best two. And there's a shit ton of footage of both of them, so even just between them you'll get all the footage you need. Sugiyama is usually considered to be the best, but technically speaking, Pino is probably more prolific. Nice. That was really cool. That was a charge partition right there. Yeah, Uni's pretty good. Yakun is like a... he's good. He's good as hell. I failed to confirm. I'm pretty sure that's safe? I don't know if it's point blank like that. It's definitely safe mid-screen. That didn't look like a punish, but it also worked. Nice. That's not a combo. Remy can parry out, but most people... if you only parry by the super freeze, you've got a one-frame chance of parry. You've got a one-frame to parry. I don't know, it's outside a club in France. I don't know what all the lights are or fucking what this shit on the walls is. Makes no sense to me. Japan just wanted to make Remy a clubber for some reason, even though that's like the opposite of his personality. Well, I don't know. His hair is dyed blue. That doesn't, like, you know, that's not normal. That's not something normal people do. I can see Remy being about that rave life. We don't know that much about Remy. He's a pacifist. Supposedly. Does Shen even play this game? He seems like he'd be an aura main. Shen would definitely be an aura main. No doubt in my mind. Yeah, reminder that Remy hates violence. Remy is just a parody of Iori. Yep. Ken is the I don't play this game, but I want to win tournaments. Ken is also just the I want to win tournaments in general character. Ken is like the least amount of effort between like picking up the game and like doing well. Chun-Li is probably even less effort, but she doesn't use your fundamentals. If you played other Street Fighter games, you can transfer your fundamentals to Ken fairly easily. But if you play Chun-Li, she's sort of her own beast. Imagine if Remy had short hop. Ken's not too hard. The only hard thing Ken has is linking supers and double DPs, and you don't need double DPs to do well, and linking supers is not too hard once you know how to do it. No one confirms crouch medium kick. There may be like 2 players in the world who can confirm crouch medium kick. People always mention that like it's a thing, but like I'm not 100% convinced that it's a thing. I almost never see anyone do it in any of these videos. Not in SBOs, not in anything. Why is it always Hugo versus Hugo's 2 shitty matchups? Low strong into Link Super is actually not that hard at all, as long as you're doing 6-button piano. I get it way more often than I drop it, and I don't play Ken. I get it like almost every time. And that's like the tightest confirm that you do with any sort of regularity. Usually you're going to be confirming off of like low jab, low short, or like TC into fireball, which give you lots of time. Shit, I was playing Ryu just yesterday and I was doing low short, Super 2 a lot. That's like a pretty short confirm. I was getting it every time. I shouldn't say every time. I checked my swing on successful ones because I wasn't 100% confident about them. But I never did it on block. It's really important not to waste your Super 2 as Ryu. That shit is valuable. The poison taunt! That taunt raises your defense. You can do an alternate motion to get poison to come out too, but it doesn't change the effect. The hardest confirms, oh no. The hardest confirms Ken ever does are like low short super on the characters where you can't do 3-hit lights. Low strong Link super and back medium kick 1-hit Link super. Probably in order of easiest to hardest. Jumps take about as long in this game as they do in Street Fighter 4 or 5. Albeit, there are some characters who can break that rule, like dive kick characters, and this one right here. But it's really not hard to crouch fierce on reaction to a jump in this game. The problem is that crouch fierce is one of many things you need to do on reaction to a jump. And of course, once you start introducing a whole bunch of other things, it becomes a lot harder to react once you have to react with more stuff. Dudley has a very low jump. It makes it hard to react to. You don't have to... That's one of the big keys of this game, is you don't have to feel pressured about anyone holding up forward. It's not necessary to anti-air. The pushback makes it so the mix-up is very small each time the opponent gets in. Also, a decent ATR in this game is a parry, which takes 1 frame of reaction, since it starts up in 1 frame. The first MVC1. It was actually the first fighting game that I ever played. By Capcom, anyway. First fighting game I played was probably Mortal Kombat 3. It's shitty. It's got a really tiny roster. It's kind of fun. Every character has infinites like crazy, and there's no mix-up. The mix-up is absolutely garbage. Throws do nothing. Overheads are like non-existent. It's just a whole bunch of lows. You can just hold down back and shut down the entire game. Assists take way too long to call. You've got to do your full taunt animation to get an assist to come out. And once the assist is out, you can kind of only vaguely use the assist to help you get some pressure. But the pressure can't actually open the opponent up. This 12's doing pretty good. This is a really difficult situation. 12 is actually pretty scary when he's invisible, to be 100% honest. It seems like it would be a gimmick, but it's absolutely not. That was a super jump cancel because he tried to do a confirm. No! Okay. Chun-Li can super that. I'm surprised he didn't. Chun-Li has an easy brain dead punish there. Akageru. This is that matchup. This is the purest matchup in Third Strike. Shit damage with perfect keep away versus garbage damage, or I mean, garbage approach and amazing damage and amazing mix-up. Forward roundhouse into super. It's not a cancel, it's a link. You've got to do the super on the earliest possible frame after the towards roundhouse ends, and it only works on crunching opponents. Power Stone cap is quite common. I don't know about Power Stone Nemesis. Alex's mix-up is pretty good. He doesn't really have lows, but his overhead versus throw is quite strong. Or just his meaties. Tick throws are really strong in this game too because there's no good way out of them. And that goes for tick regular throws, including air as well as tick command grabs. Alex actually has one of the better mix-ups in the game. It's just that he never gets to do it. Even just sweep is good enough for Alex's mix-up. Or like low forward. Not being able to do a cancel sucks, but you know. It doesn't destroy him. Anti-air parry into stand medium kick, anti-air, into jump cancel, into air dash to get pressure. 12 was so cool, except all of that, like, all of that barely did anything. That was like a really complex sequence that, like, didn't change much. Oh no. This matchup is kind of fun. Oh no. When 12 is cornered, it kind of sucks. Oh, nice confirm. The walk under. 12 is low profile for his forward and back walk. 12 is Dalsim executed perfectly, but also he's shitty. 12 was incorrectly balanced, but the execution of all the ideas is amazing. What they should have done was just double the damage of every attack 12 has. But like the way that his lack of combos and his good normals work is really cool. 12 supers are okay. It's more that his combos suck. I'm just saying 12 fucking low profiles while walking, okay? And on both of them. Chun-Li close roundhouse is into super is a super jump cancel. Chun-Li can't cancel a close roundhouse. But if you do, she can cancel it to a jump, and you can cancel the jump into a super. So you do like Chun-Li close roundhouse, and then you do quarter circle forward, and then you do up forward, and that gives you a super jump. And then you do another quarter circle forward, and you do kick. And that should give you a super before you leave the ground. Whew, that's a Alex specific ender. On Alex you can juggle into lows. And that gives you a very low connect there, which gives you an uppercut. That was pretty cool. Oh, nice pickup! Immaculate. He could have parried that on reaction. Remember Yun, focus attack, backdash, EX palm combos? I even forward again. That's a weird ender. This should kill, I think. I don't know, he doesn't have that much time left. And Alex has a lot of health. Didn't quite kill. Oh, I tried to red parry the second hit, got hit. That was good, he would have won instantly if he got that red parry. EX shoulder for the chip. You see EX shoulder once a year. It's good for chipping the opponent out. There's some other neat things it does, I think. I think you have a juggle out of it. In quarters at least. But, you know, Yun would prefer not to use EX if he could help it. He rarely has EX, and when he has EX, he usually has super as well, and super's a million times better. He might be able to do EX shoulder cancel to super, but the only super that would even work into is super 2, because that's the only one he has that's more than one bar. Ugh. Trade. That's a plus frames activate, and then that sequence puts you at the auto spacing for a meaty universal overhead. Nice. That looked like a fake, but it was actually real. That was cool. Woo! Ibuki and Third Strike, what about her? She's good. She's got fair matchups against almost the whole cast. If you're better, you'll win. If you're not better, you'll lose. Hyper Bomb is the super one. Ibuki's deep. She's got lots of cool tricks. She's got lots of normals, so you can usually make something work at any range. Most of the good ones are pretty stubby. And she forces you to respect her pretty well, with like the command grab. She's got a safe, unparryable attack, so she can dissuade parries really easily. This might kill. The up kicks into the palm! That was an advanced Hygiene combo. You drop the car dash punch at the end. Depending on how you do the rest of the ender there, the dash punch will be much easier, much harder. It won't always require a car. I keep yawning, sorry. Might be. Show is a really good Yun. He had EX Lariat to juggle out of that, and he could have done it, but he got the meter right then, so maybe he wasn't ready. But you can do anti-air clap into EX Lariat. Nice. Towards Fierce, rare instance of Towards Fierce being the optimal thing to do. The reset? He parried out! Hey, Yun can just mash the medium kick to make a whole bunch of parries there, but he wasn't expecting the parry out. That was cute. Hugo's very scary here. This is like, honestly, like still a fair match. Ooh, that could have been a kill. That could have been a kill. This is, yeah. There was nothing good to do for Yun there. He had to parry, and he didn't know when the parry would be. Super jump was going to get hit if it was immediate release. Or I should say jump. Nice. Claps have good hitboxes. Really good. Okay. Yeah, Yun can just keep on hitting buttons. You don't have time to get at something out in the meanwhile as long as he's in Hygiene. That kind of parry is basically riskless though. It resets your juggle potential, which can be bad, but Yun has infinite juggle potential while he's in Gane, so it's not a big issue at all. And no matter how many times you parry, your damage and dizzy scaling won't be reset, so there's basically no risk. You might as well go for a whole bunch of parries if it's Gane and Yun. This is again still fair. This matchup is honestly like probably 5-5. This matchup is... Oh no! Yep. This matchup is surprisingly fair. Hugo's real good against Yun. Tominaga YSB. Ugh. Yeah. Well, some of them are really, really hard to get pickups on. He was like trying to juggle between being safe and being dangerous, and he erred on the side of being safe. This matchup's light too. Hugo does surprisingly well against the top tiers, except Chun-Li and Dudley who body him. This probably 5-5 or maybe 6-4 in Makoto's favor. Hugo only has 2 actual A2s, and it depends on who you ask, because a lot of people don't even think they're A2s. Chun-Li, I've heard a lot of people... Whoa, got her. I've heard a lot of people say Chun-Li, Chun-Li is... I've heard a lot of people say, Dudley is Hugo's worst matchup. I don't know if I necessarily believe that, but a lot of people have said it, so... And then Chun-Li, Hugo, I've seen a lot of, and it looks right miserable anyway. It's a bit scary as Makoto to push the Karakusa mix-up on Hugo. It's a bit scary. Hugo's a bit scary. That combo can be really hard depending on the range. Uh-oh. This can kill. He got it. Taunt. Super. Dudley's a top tier, so no. Not 7-3 or worse. I think Dudley Chun is 6-4 Chun. But Chun does beat Dudley. Dudley goes pretty even against everyone else. I think he loses a smidge to Yun, and I think he goes pretty even against Ken. Or maybe he loses a smidge to Ken too. He's alright though. Dudley doesn't have any really bad matchups. This is odd. Is Yun Chun's worst matchup? Traditionally, yes. Traditionally, it's like a 7-3. I'm not even joking. Yun is supposed to body Chun-Li. And for years and years, that's been fact. In fact, you might say that's still fact. But Kuroda came out recently and said that if Chun-Li plays well, she beats Yun. Oh, Yun's bad too, huh? Akuma, I forgot about that. Akuma can give Dudley a lot of problems, actually. This is neither Yamazaki nor Yama, but Yama and Yamazaki are apparently different people. I heard that, but I don't know for sure. That might have been a punish. That's 12's Crutch Roundhouse. And I think it's minus quite a lot. Although it can be kind of weird to pick up punishes. Or it doesn't have a button like a twin crutch forward. I mean, his own crutch forward works, but it doesn't go very far. And he doesn't have a combo out of it. This 12's name, that first one looks like fucking, I don't know what it is. I got no clue what it is. It looks a little bit like Tooth, but I'm like 100% sure it's not Tooth. And then the second one is Field. Something and then Field, almost it's sure, so this is a name. Oh no. That's a pretty good punish. When 12's transforming back, the first hit does like double damage on him. So you can get big old damage. Twelve does like 1.2 times normal damage while he's transformed. But he has no access to EX moves, so, you know. The real crime of X copy is the fact that most people have decent experience against their own character, but very few people have experience against 12. If 12 was invincible for his transform back, that would probably make X copy usable, but it would still be shitty. Yeah, it probably is his best matchup against Yun. That's the sad part. Being Yun for a little bit with increased damage is still a lot better than being 12. But you might as well just pick Yun. X copy is not too bad in the mirror. Just makes your damage higher for a bit. You'd still rather pick Super 1. 12 Super 1 and Super 2 are... You see both of them occasionally. Super 1's a lot easier to use. It gives him some grounded combos. The only combo he gets grounded with Super 2 is Stay Medium Kick, Super Jump Cancel Instant Super, which is pretty hard to do. And also you don't get that many opportunities to do it. X copy still has specials, it just doesn't have EX. And it doesn't have supers either. You can't use meter while X copying. I wonder if X copy 12 steals the effects of the taunts he uses. There are... I made a video of OTGs in Third Strike. Someone link it. Let me just find it. So I can find it faster than anyone else can. Pow. There it is. Whew! This is why Q is good. Parry into that. Guaranteed taunt, lots of damage. I mean, Q's not good, but that's one of his nice features. And once he has some bar, holy shit. That was a whiff punish. The problem with almost every OTG in Street Fighter 3 is that you can quick stand to get out of them. I guess I could do how-to videos for Third Strike. Other people have already done it better. This will do a shit ton. Oh, he didn't use the super. He'll probably use it next opportunity. This is like actually good for Q at this point. Having 2 taunts plus a full bar actually maybe makes this his favor, especially with the health deficit that Yun has now. I'm surprised that wasn't a super. This is over. Q is horrible against twins, don't get me wrong. But depending on how well Q can get his setup going, he can start doing really well. I would say Q is at a big disadvantage against almost the whole cast. But depending on how well he plays, he can turn it into, like... See, that was 2 taunt setup. He can make it alright. A taunt! This is still... Even if Q gets every taunt up, this is still a pretty annoying matchup. And Parry on 3rd hit. Yeah, you can see that he's got all this health, but he just can't stop taking hits. Elena outfootsies the hell out of him. He can't kill with this. There's no juggle there. Anti-air crouch roundhouse. That's actually pretty good at trading with jump-ins, even if they hit a button. Nice. Anti-air low strong into taunt. Elena's pretty garbage at stopping taunts, especially healing Elena. That's another taunt. Taunts go up to 3. And 3 taunts, Q has a little bit less than double health. $2,100 is the exact number, actually. For reference, Ryu has 1,200. It increases his defense, not his HP. So he'll have like his HP, if he has like 50% HP and he taunts 3 times, he'll have half of 2,100. It's alright, there'll be a VOD on YouTube, just watch that. Why is this message up here? This is a matchup where Q basically, especially in the first round, he can get his taunts up really easily, and from all rounds after that, he basically can't get his taunts up at all. So you better body chun in the first round or else you're fucked. And honestly, only having one good round is pretty shitty too. Also that. 2 characters, I think. I think it's just Chun-Li and Oro. Can duck the straight dash punch, which is his only remotely good special move. Wow, and it worked. Sick. You get 2 taunts off of that. Oh, he went for all 3. Alright, so this is a tank Q now. But he's still not... Even 3 taunts Q is not at a good position in this matchup, to be honest. Slaps are good. Slaps are like the main thing you use if you don't have any meter. Slaps are the optimal. And also, they don't require charge. So slaps are like a concession special move. It's like, I can't do anything better, so I'll do them. They're like pretty minus on block, though. And you can red parry them to make them even weight. You can get like any punish combo on them if you red parry. You can red parry out of anything in this game, except throws. But red parrying the 3rd slap is quite practical, unlike most red parries. You can easily see the first 2 slaps, and the 3rd slap timing is always the same. So in terms of like how easy attacks are to red parry, it's one of the easiest. Taunts build meter, but usually it's either, if you see a Q player going for a 4th taunt, it's either an actual taunt or muscle memory. It's just like these are the instances where I get taunts up. Reminder that all the time that Qs are playing, they're constantly counting the 3 in their heads. Every single match, a Q player is counting the 3. This is now almost impossible. That was a good start. Q doesn't have that many confirms into a super one. Mostly like a parry. It's the main thing. Or a dash punch. He could have super won that, to be honest. There's one. This will work. That doesn't normally trade. That's a really slow fireball. Normally that beats fireballs really easily. He did it maybe too early. He didn't react to the EX fireball. He was just trying to do it to do it. Damn it. I didn't know that till recently. She has a wrench on her back, not a wrench hand. How important? Newbie triggers would add the most variety of gameplay of all the new mechanics they could add, other than possibly newbie skills. So of all the things they could add, newbie triggers were the best one. I think recently it was semi-deconfirmed that there's no new critical arts or V-skills or whatever, V-reversals. But it was never ever even suggested by Capcom. So whatever. Yeah, there'll be a rebalance. Let's be 100% clear here. There will be a rebalance with AE, and the rebalance will absolutely 100% address bad V skills. Whether it'll sufficiently address them is anyone's guess. I don't remember if that EXDP is real or not. It has some invincibility, but I don't remember if it's enough invincibility to be real. You just gotta micro walk in between each one. It's just have the good timing. Pow. Like Jinsao Tome, dude, his automatic super. That's how Ryu should work. Do enough damage to Ryu and he just fucking... His eyes turn red, his hair turns red, he lights on fire. That traded. Towards hard kick traded. That was close short. You don't see that normal very often. Well, it's not close short, it's just short. I don't think Dudley has range activated normals anywhere. That was crouch jab, I think. You don't see that normal very much either. Dudley has a lot of normals. He only uses about, probably like 80% of them in regular matches, and all of them in really specific places. The Rose killed. The Rose only does a tiny tick of damage. The Rose does block damage? What the fuck? I didn't know that. I must have known that at some point and just forgotten about it. That was a chip kill though. Two-part trigger. I mean, technically speaking, there are already a few two-part triggers. It could be said that, what's his face? Zeku has a two-part trigger. Or is this like an activate into another activate? Because that's pretty cool, actually. So I got Stem Medium Punch is really inconsistent. That's why everyone just used Crouch Medium Punch all the time. Even though Stem Medium Punch was a smidge stronger. Sagat could get some really, really dumb powerful combos if he did like Neutral Jump Roundhouse into Stand Strong. Because they both did way more damage than he was balanced around. Sagat Neutral Jump Roundhouse in Street Fighter 4 is like the worst hitbox ever. But it does like 130 damage, which is like a lot for a jump in. That might not get all the hits. I can't tell how many I got. I guess 3? Sagat could do like... He could do some stupid stuff. If he did like Neutral Jump Roundhouse into Stand Strong into EX Uppercut with the Angry Charge, and then juggle that into Ultra 1, it would do like 700 damage. It's like, wow. Dudley's like the Cody of this game, Makes it better. He's basically a normal fiend. Dudley's like the Dudley of this game, really. Whoa, that was a safe jump. He had a safe jump set up. If you parry, safe jumps are parry bait, but if you parry them, it doesn't like give you a punish or anything. 50 cents. No. Fuck your Kuso cups. Who was it? Someone recently. Big Bird? Someone recently was like, Zeku is the best character ever. Nice. Good anti-air. Damn, look at this pressure. That's real. Huh? He dropped his second tackle. I feel like they really gave someone for everyone with the Season 2 characters. Like, of the Season 2 roster, like, no matter what you like one of them, you know? There are people out there who are like, man, Minot's just what I've been waiting for. There are people out there who are like, man, Zeku's just what I've been waiting for. People like, Colleen is just what I'm waiting for. Minot is just what I'm waiting for. Abigail. Did I say Abigail? Even Ed. I've been waiting for a blonde fuckboy to play. There's Minot, I said twice. I think it would be nice if they added a way to start with young Zeku. Look at the tier list if you want to see which characters benefit the most from Rushdown, to be honest. I don't follow that line of thinking either. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Don't look at me. Colleen's about as far as you can get from Ryu, as far as I can tell. Ryu doesn't know anything about, like, command dash cancels. Ryu doesn't really TC that much. He does in this game, I guess, in Street Fighter 5. A little bit. Not a lot. I don't know, it's a mystery. All of 12's attacks have such good hitboxes. He got a parry in the middle of that somewhere. There was no cross-up unblockable. So he should have just been blocking and watched for the overhead or the low. It's really not that hard. You can see really good players can get it, like, consistently. Hold down back, watch for overheads. If you watch, like, the highest level of players when they're in the mirror setups, they block correctly, like, 80% of the time. A lot of people are like, revert Ryu to Season 1, but I think they should revert Ryu to Season 3. I think it should just be a vert, not a revert. I want progression, damn it. That was an odd thing to do there. Air X is safe, I think. Does lots of chip. X does lots of chip in general. AXE, technically, is the name of the move. He's got FLAT, AXE, and NDL. Nice binary win quote. What was that? 818. What's the 8th letter of the alphabet? It's G. H. That was HAH. He said ha. That was his win quote. His win quote was ha. Wait, no, it was 4, wasn't it? It's the 4th letter of the alphabet. Was his win quote dad? What the fuck? I don't know what fucking team you want to use. Use Cyndaquil with an Everstone. I guess that makes sense. No, don't actually use an Everstone. Let me think of an extremely dank Pokemon you'd never use, but not like one that's horrible. Let me think hard about this. Alright, start with a Ducklet. Have a Ducklet playthrough. Only snakes. Yes, Ducklet and Swanna. No, no type teams. That's too easy. No limbs could give you the Dratini and Dragonair, but not Dragonite, so you lose out on that. It could give you Snivy. That eventually has no limbs. Fossil team would be fun. Yeah, dude, Anomanite. Have an Anomanite playthrough. I haven't heard it called Smugleaf in so long. You get Clamperl's evolutions. They're both eels. There's enough fossils that you could do a fossil playthrough now. Have a whole team of rock types. Remember when they added the fucking rock ice type and the rock dragon type? And everyone's like, wow, rock dragon, this is going to be the best Pokemon ever. Wow, rock ice, this is going to be the worst Pokemon ever. And then the rock ice one ended up being better. Kingdra is real good and competitive, but there's this Pokemon called Ferrothorn which utterly smashes it. And Ferrothorn is somewhat common. The thing about Kingdra is that it's got Swift Swim and it's a water type. So in one move, Rain Dance, Kingdra doubles its speed to an astronomical level, and also powers up its Water Stab, which is hard to resist. It's probably the best Swift Swim mon. Although Ludicolo is high. Ludicolo has got Focus Blast and also Giga Drain. And also I don't know. Grass, Ice, and Water is like perfect coverage, I think. Anyway, Dragon is a really nice backup for Water because there's very few things that resist both Water and Dragon. It's like Azumarill and Ferrothorn, and that's like it. Permarain and Swift Swim was banned. You could run Rain Dance, you just couldn't run Politoed. Drizzle plus Swift Swim. Ever since it stopped being permanent, it's much more manageable. That's Naga. .300's a perfect score. I wonder if this guy actually bowled a 300 at some point. I want to see this. This ain't so old. This is like Gen 6, I think. Smogon Lion. I remember when Talonflame was a Pokemon. I am unaware of the situation. These are pretty funny. Mabulk. Cancerous. I like that one. People were like clamoring for Gyarados to get Crunch forever. And then not only did they get Crunch, it got Stab Crunch. It's time to duel. I like that one. Mew is like the best stall breaker. You can just destroy stall in 1 second with Taunt and Will-O-Wisp and Roost. You can't do anything. And then like Stealth Rock. Where were we? Oh no. That's max damage. That was actually pretty fancy. If Makoto can't Dizzy, which I think I don't know about the combos against Hugo. If Makoto can't Dizzy, the absolute max damage she can get off of one super is another super. So that was pretty neat. Looks like we still got another exhibition. Wait, no, this might just be Calm. Yeah, this is Calm Yun. Do I want to watch another hour of Street Fighter 3? I've got to go in like an hour. So yeah, I guess so. I got work tonight. Makoto Naya is almost certainly named after Makoto from Third Strike. Makoto from Third Strike is named after a river. Mushiba. You don't see the Mu character very often in Japanese. It's not a common character. New either. You like never see either of those. I think it started like that. I think it might have started named after They named Makoto after the voice actress, and then they gender bent because of the voice actress. It's like Makoto's a unisex name, and then Makoto is also the name of a river in Japan, and in that region of Japan, um, uh, they all have fucking super strong accents, and they gave Makoto that super strong accent. Why would he not just clam up? 12 was right about to transform back. People don't know how to fight 12. Universal hybrids are good as low crushes, but they are really minus on block, so... They whiff pretty quickly. It's hard to whiff punish a universal overhead. The noises 12 makes. Look at that damage buff. Ken Sweep wouldn't have killed there. But X Copy Chem was strong enough. This character is 100% meme character. Oh, look at those meters. That's as long as a super meter can be for both of them. Yes, Ken's EX Fireball is safe. Not only is it plus on block, it's actually safe on hit. I mean safe on parry. If the opponent parries both hits, you still recover before they do. The only way it's ever unsafe is if they block the first hit and then parry the second. That was pretty good. You have to red parry to punish Ken's EX Fireball. If they block it in the corner, it's still safe, I think. I'm about 80% sure. Please note that 80 is not 100 though, so you should look it up. Nice whiff punish. 12's transformer is actually really fast. Elena's one of the better characters he can transform into, honestly. Elena without meter is not so bad. Oh, he's gonna transform back, it's over. That transform back takes so long. It makes you wish you could transform back at any time, like Dark Forces in Vampire Savior. You could just cancel it early so you could control when the unsafe thing happened. But 12 doesn't have any long knockdowns or anything anyway. Running Bear is pretty fast at close range. Running Bear in this game is like perfect. This is the only game where I don't hate Running Bear. It's good enough that like it's bad enough that if you eat it you feel like you deserved it, but it's good enough that it still works sometimes. And it's not like super ultra mega punishable. Like you can neutral jump and get a hit on it. But he might just run under you, and if he runs under you, it's harder to get a punish. And you know, won't necessarily jump up. That's true. It wouldn't matter if 12 doesn't have long knockdowns. That's probably unthrowable. One of the early frames, but you know. All right, this is looking pretty ugly. Looking at that as ugly as this matchup can look. She's gonna have another healing by the end of this. Unless she like gets to half health and then gets super wand. I feel like they're constantly trying to one up their biggest Street Fighter. By Street Fighter like 25, we're gonna have a gold Lighten sized character. But like a normal human. Jumbo is Swahili for hello. Elena is Kenyan. Whew. I actually want Alex sitting on Hugo's shoulders as a character now. We haven't had a stupid character in a long time. Can we have a character that's just fucking 3 kids in a trench coat? And they move all awkwardly and shit because it's 3 kids in a trench coat. Wait, I just designed Q. That's why Q's so awkward, is because it's 3 kids stacked on top of each other. Nice. That occasionally falls out. If it's a really far low strong, the super will occasionally not connect in time. God, have we really never had a drunken fighter in Street Fighter? Street Fighter? That's weird to think about. Dude, an orangutan would actually be an excellent Street Fighter character. I didn't realize until right now, but I've always wanted to play an orangutan in a fighting game. He has no style, he has no grace. Oh, that didn't combo. Sad. No, I don't want a gorilla, I want an orangutan. God, imagine the fucking Harambe jokes if they added a gorilla. You could argue there's like 10 gorillas in Street Fighter. Dude, that would be actually perfect. A psycho power orangutan. I want that so badly. It's like Bison couldn't find a body in time. Had to use an orangutan's body. "12 Howlin', dude. You don't get to see 12's win poses very often." Oh no. That was probably a punish. 12 is mysteriously rather good at getting perfects, despite what you may think. It's very time consuming, but 12's mix-up is... 12's tool set is really good, apart from the amount of damage he does, which is abysmal. That might work. Did not land in time. Damn, the sub. 14 months, probably the most of anyone. Gonna sub and then not even use the sub emote. Use a fucking alpaca. Think about how much better Blanca would be as a character if he was just a fucking ape. I would have way preferred that. Neat. That needle was done slightly meaty, and it has good recovery anyway. So he was not actually punishable for it on parry. So he was able to parry Elena's attack. I just played Third Strike for like 7 hours yesterday. It's probably gonna work. Look good. 12 low profiles for that super, so you can't really hit him with air attacks. So the only question is, does he hit you before you hit the ground? Oh no. Nice. That did fuck all damage. Look at this masterful wiggling. Oh. See, if Oro got that parry, he would have actually killed Alex. But 12 got that parry, so he got a throw. Alright, so I found the Deep Woods on accident in Mario's Odyssey yesterday. I was like looking for all the fucking remaining moons and I couldn't find any, and I was still missing some purple things. And I was just trying to glide everywhere from the very top with that fucking glidey dude. And then I fell off and I was like, oh shit, I died. And then I found the Deep Woods. And there was a T-Rex in there. And I was like, this is very not like a Mario game. Anti-air low strong, gets parried, but recovers quickly. Parries their counter attack, and then does anti-air stand forward, and then cancels it to a jump air dash. Probably not a combo. He didn't get the cancel. Oh yes, the cherry tap! Aw. I know I did it. Shit, is it? It's not tomorrow, dude. It's 2 days from now. You scared me. I thought I lost a day. I guess it's gonna be MVCI. I might be done with Beth Cups in Street Fighter 5 until AE, in which case we'll probably shift back. A real Alex Cup. We had an Alex Cup. It was just Meatwad versus Ominous? Shout out to Meatwad. Any remember him? He was cool. Neat. That was a very optimal punish. You don't normally get a flash drop there. He was able to use a parry to give himself a longer punish window. Damn, it's only like 3 weeks till my birthday. Time passes so fast. I'm gonna be 26. 26 is when you're officially so far from fucking your teens that you're now closer to your 30s. Me died in a horrible Guilty Gear accident. Nice. He did the OS and then he was ready with the max image punish. Nice. The very high jump fierce. He maybe could have linked a super there. He just got the bar there, so I didn't see if he had it in time. High jump fierce can catch Shotex pretty well, but the only combo. I'm happy with my life right now, but the idea of being 30, that's pretty old. I haven't moved out yet. I feel like I should have moved out by the time I'm 30. Thirty's a grown-ass man. Nice pickup. He got a combo there. Trade combos. Oh my god, this Alex is really optimal with his chops. This is impressive. I better get my life on track before I get to 30. Nice. Alex is kind of tall. Those medium fireballs do decent work against tall characters, but Alex isn't really tall enough to make them really strong. Nice, the headbutt. It's airborne frame 1. So even if you get parried on your cancel into it, the punish isn't too bad. But also, the chances of you interrupting them are pretty good too. Mirror to get some corner positioning, or rather screen carry. Urien is like mostly like a weird kind of awkward neutral character. He's got long limbs and not super high conversions. And then, there it is. Yeah, that was going to be cancelled to a mirror anyway. And then Urien can get certain setups where he just gets crouch fierce into like loads of damage into like unblockables or 50-50s. He's a very strange character. Ah, that was a little fucked up. It was cool looking though. Mirrors never push you. Mirrors always push you back. Nice, good punish. Mirrors always push you back, like in the direction that Urien's facing. So you have to move to the other side of the opponent to get some bounce combos. Ugh. Yeah, that was an unblockable. He had a bunch of resets in the middle of that when he could have been doing bounce combos. But he wasn't really sure if the combo would abruptly end, like 3 times. So eventually he just dashed in. Dashing in is really weak to like a throw or something like that. Or attacks. But if you can get the dash off successfully, it's it crams the opponent between you and the mirror, which creates an unblockable. Same setup. That was unblockable. That was another unblockable. Good shit. I'll tell you what feeling old is. Mario Sunshine came out in 2002. That's 15 years ago. That's an unblockable. Oh my god, that dizzy. Oh my god, that dizzy. Oh no. Urien's hanging on by a thread. That mirror is well placed. Actually, it was not quite well placed. Hugo's been doing some good blocking. Oh, that's it. GG. God, I remember when Steve ran past. He'd be old as fuck now. Yeah, remember when people used to say 09er? Remember 09? 09er was such a weird term. Because, like, fucking like 99%, maybe not 99, but like over 90% of the fan base was 09ers. Like, who really was around before Street Fighter 4? It was like fucking a few people, anyway. But it was a really small and dedicated crowd. I was already around anyway. I'm older than Street Fighter 4. Or rather, I was playing competitive fighting games prior to Street Fighter 4. Is Gem Fighter on Fight Kid and or Fight Kid 2? Gem Fighter is really neat looking. I've always kind of wanted to play it. I've played it a little bit, but I've never played it against a person. It seems to be a pretty neat fighting game. In addition to being, like, an animation love letter. Oh no! What a weird thing to do. Oh shit. Oh shit, okay. That was scary. Gem Fighter sounds alright. Maybe we'll do that soon. Tessa from Red Earth. You mean from Warzord? The characters they pulled for that game are so strange. And we got like 5 Shotos. I know there's like stupid infinites in that game. It's got like Dan, right? And Akuma, and Ryu, and Ken, and Sakura, and fucking Morgan even. You got hella shades of Shoto. Nice. That confirm is hard. Stand strong and stand short is like either 2 or 1 frame. It feels like 1, but it might be 2. And then you have to cancel straight away to an unsafe move. Seeing someone do that combo is a mark of it's a badge of skill. Nice. Morgan doesn't have a Tatsu, but Morgan is if you play Ryu in Street Fighter and then you play Morgan, you'll be like, hmm. Same with Dimitri, really. Neither of them are Shotos, but both of them are as close as you can get to a Shoto in Darkstalkers, and they're not too far off. Ugh. Oh lord. That was like EX uppercut, backwalk uppercut. I hope you don't need that backwalk. Hit him in air. Still waste a ton of time. That's a super knockdown, so you can't quick stand it. Ooh, very nice patience from the Yun. Whew! The hard DP was brave. He went for it again. Stand strong, stand short. That time it was out of range for whatever reason. Ooh. Very nice. This combos. All I know about Red Earth is that it's literally the only game made on CPS3 besides this one. I don't know if it's the only one. I think it is. They made this super advanced fucking engine. Arcade hardware. Made 2 games for it. Oh, JoJo's too. It'd be kind of cool if they made a Warzord too. Imagine a more official Fightcade too. Or a more official Fightcade, I should say. Like Steam meets Fightcade. And like fighting games like tried to get put on it. That'd be kind of neat. Just a big old arcade lobby for fighting games. Really makes one ponder. I can see you in UMK3, but not tonight. But maybe sometime real soon. I'm off the next 3 days. I'm down for some UMK3. I need to relearn it. I'll probably play RoboSmoke. Oh yeah. Build that meter against Calm Sean. This guy's name is Dio. Is this a JoJo reference? The TC. Low strong has a TC into low fierce, and it's 3 hits. So if they parry your low strong, you can mash crutch fierce and have it cancel into a 2-hit crutching normal. That's so specific, and yet he was ready for it. I hate to think that Urien and Gil might actually be references to Pillar Man, but retrospectively they might actually be references to Pillar Man. Juggles aren't super hard in UMK3. It depends on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to do restand kind of juggles, they're like 1 frame, I think, or like very small. But then if you're trying to do just like juggles into like jump punch from like a launching attack, they're pretty easy. There's a lot of combos where how many loops of them, like you can get a few loops easily, but how many loops you can get is based on how skilled you are. Kind of like Iori's, EX Iori's Infinite in, or like a Run Stop Fierce. It's like it's really easy to get like 2 Fierces. I shouldn't say easy, but like, you know, anyone can get 2 Fierces. But like if you want like 20 Fierces, you better be a master. Because if you mess it up a little bit, it like starts falling out. That's how it is for a lot of stuff in UMK3. Like the Axe Raise from Nightwolf, or the Reptile Run Through combos. It's like, if you want to just get a few loops, it's pretty easy. But if you want to get a shit ton of loops, it's hard as hell. Ermac is like top tier. He's like the Ryu, honestly. He's like the top tier and also the very basic version of all the different mechanics of the game. Juggle mechanics. The neutral throw. White 12 says it's the underground seat or whatever. That might. Killer Instinct 1 and 2. That was a punish anyway. Hispanic? Is he? Yes, CX copy 12. It seems pointless, but actually when you X copy you get a damage boost. So X copying 12 is, you know, not horrible. For one thing, 12 can't get a very big punish on you when you transform back. And for another, the damage boost when you're transformed is actually really nice. Because 12 lacks damage really badly. So X copy 12 is not horrible. It sounds really stupid, but it's okay. This is probably legitimately the most viable matchup to use X copy. He had a Toid Strong there. I'm pretty sure this guy's name is like something Thread, and then Man, and then I have no idea what the last one is. Never seen that kanji in my life. Lockdown. Moro can't hit that space super well, but he could parry all these air normals. He's just scared. Daburo. It's like crouch parry. That mash out after one. That's the scenario I'm the master of. He stole it from me. Oh my god, he's shaking out so fast. These throws are doing no damage. Huh, he's midair for that. Why didn't you launch? Goddamn. Why would you not launch anyway? That's like the right thing to do always. Get a punish launch. Sora's making some questionable decisions. He actually could have won off of that, but it would have been hard. This 12's doing pretty well. It's more like everyone else is doing kind of badly. Like it's the 12 didn't do badly. Paddy. This guy must be Irish. What the hell? Paddy, is Paddy like a real name? Or is it like short for Patrick or something? Woo, that walk under. This'll kill. Akuma's got no HP. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow, good shit. This is gonna end real fast as soon as he transforms back. The best smelling feet. I'm not an expert on these things, but I think that of all the Street Fighter characters, Rose would probably smell the best. And therefore, Rose's feet would probably also smell the best. Nice. Rose likes perfume and she likes bubble baths, and she seems to care a little bit about hygiene. That's safe on parry. In fact, it's plus on parry. That was basically a death scenario. 12's best way out of that was to start blocking as soon as Akuma got close to make the throw whiff. Elena probably smells natural, if you know what I mean. I think that Rose would probably smell better. But maybe if you're a foot fetishist, you probably don't want the... You probably want the natural. Haha, do you think Rose and Minot, haha, ever have conversations, haha? Whoa! About foot hygiene, haha. Do you think Rose ever complains about Minot's stinky feet? I bet there's someone out there on Earth who, upon hearing that, would commission a Street Fighter fanfiction. That was a nice punish, I think. Hard to punish that as Alex. I don't have a foot fetish. Sorry to disappoint. Yeah. Hi. Oh, got him. And on the ground. Oh, kick his E. Ouch. That hurts. That's got like an hour of invincibility. Unfortunately, most attacks that whiff through it recover in time to block. Good lord. I think the only thing that could shake the Fightcade crowd from playing on Fightcade would be if Fightcade went down. My fetishes are midgets and amputees. Unfortunately, there's very little midget amputee porn. Life is suffering. Remember, you should never kink shame because no person woke up and said, I want to be a midget fetishist. Ah. Oh, he could have killed off of that. He got like the air tatsu and then he juggled into a fucking jab. I don't think I have an armpit fetish, but sometimes I see a good armpit and I'm like, that's kind of cute. Girl wearing tank top and no bra. But she has to have okay arms. It's not enough to just have bare armpits. She also needs to have like, I don't need them to be like sculpted or anything, but they need to be okay. A little bit of muscle. Need to be like toned, or else it's not good. Leg pit, back in the knee maybe. Huh? That's a weird thing to do. Hard to punish for Hugo. Got him? This is gonna go a chunk, dude. Very nice. That looked real hard to win, and then he just found a fucking super one, and it was over. Hi. Or which kind of yo? You've already been here, haven't you? You've been here for a minute. Oh, there you go. It's a good image, right? That's us. Whew. I think someone made it, but I forget who. It's been floating around forever. What is this name? Tominaga 300 time Omedeto. That's like congratulations Tominaga on your 300th time doing something. But I don't know what the thing is. That's probably it. Well, I have no idea. Someone who loves bowling and someone who loves doing Makoto touch of death combos. I can see them being the same person. Tips to plink on pad. I put my finger between the buttons and give slight weight emphasis on the button I want to press first. That is my technique. It works quite reliably. Of those three, I like Doritos the best. I'm gonna be real here. Corn chips are better than potato chips. Corn is like the best vegetable. Like, honestly. Corn is tasty as hell. Whew! Empty jump EX flash kick. That requires kind of tight charging if you don't super jump. That was probably still a punish. I don't know what you're on about. Corn's not in that much shit. It's in a lot of country meals. Let me have some country steak and corn. Yeah, that character. Drunken dad with a beer belly uses a bowling ball as a projectile. He could have win quotes. It's like, I'm gonna beat you worse than I beat my son. No, I'm gonna beat you worse than I beat my stepson. Yeah, jumper cable sleeper. What the fuck? I think he was just going for an EX uppercut, but he accidentally got crouch face EX uppercut. But it wouldn't have worked anyway. If you've never had corn on the cob, freshly buttered and salted, you have never lived. Fresh off the grill. He tried to red Parry last hit and missed it. One of the meals I make occasionally for myself is corn and gnocchi. That's really good. When both characters are building meter like that, it's important to remember which character benefits more from the meter. I would tentatively say it's Chun-Li in this matchup. So it's better for Dudley to not let the mutual meter building happen. Unfortunately, while Dudley was trying to prevent Chun-Li from building meter, he ended up eating like half his health and damage, which built Chun-Li a lot more meter. And now she's got full bars and he's got nothing. Potatoes are eaten with a lot of meals here. I would say they're very common. Crouch roundhouse, unfortunately, very slow. There's still another match. It's a Chun-Li mirror. Mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, fries and chips. All of those eaten a lot here. I see that all the fucking time. How about some red potatoes? How about some of them yams? You guys ever have yams? Those things are fucking tasty. That was a good mashed legs. Turns out you can actually store legs for a hella long time. It works on a similar principle to charge partitioning. How about the turkey? That's a real delicious ass bird. Get the hell out of my face if you don't like turkey. My meat tier list is let me think. Chicken, turkey, probably pig, and then shrimp, and then beef. Oh, crab above shrimp. Crab, shrimp, pork, beef. And then everything else. Fuck fish. Don't like fish. Cod, fuck off. Halibut, nope. Salmon, not even. Hazanchu is basically not used at all. Hazanchu is a reaction forward parry, and it's only one hit, and its frame data isn't even that good. Hazanchu is basically ignored in this game. The only thing it kind of does is if the opponent parries your low forward or something like that, you can maybe cancel it into a Hazanchu to save yourself. It can be kind of surprising. Horse meat. I'd take a bite out of some horse meat if it was already prepared. I'd be like, what's going on? In Street Fighter 4, you can actually combo out of it if it's the medium one. I think you can actually combo out of any of them. The medium one's the easiest. You know what move I really like from Chun-Li is Tensho-Kyaku, but they keep on not including it in games. I haven't seen Tensho-Kyaku since like it was a TC move in Street Fighter 4. It hasn't been a special move since Alpha 3, I don't think. Damn, he forgot to hit Chun-Li. Mid-air spinning bird and Hadokens. She's got mid-air spinning bird in Marvel. She had a Tensho Kyaku super in Marvel 1 and I think Marvel 2. But I don't think it was in Marvel 3. And it's not in Marvel 4. Although her level 3 is a little bit, it has some Tensho Kyaku elements to it. Oh, her DP is Tensho Kyaku, isn't it? Down, down kick. But she lost the Tensho Kyaku super. Spinning bird kick was at some point Chun-Li's signature move. And they wanted it to be real memorable. Don't look at me. I always saw lightning legs as Chun-Li's signature move. Capcom goes back and forth with that sort of thing. Sometimes Hadouken is the signature move of the Shotos, sometimes it's Shoryuken. Yo, fuck Chun-Li though. Matchup's grimy. Somersault and Flash Kick is a weird case because they're both in fucking English. Honestly, Somersault's probably a better name, but it's a lot less memorable. Somersault. Flash Kick is like an actual move name, and Somersault is more of like a, I don't know, description. But like, you know, Somersault sounds a lot more natural than Flash Kick. In Street Fighter 4, it's Flash Kick in English and Somersault in Japanese. In fact, that's how it generally is. Good. Does he? I don't remember that. I thought it was both. I can hear a soundbite of Flash Kick in my head, but I can't place it. I thought it was based on your language settings. Whew. We might need to open up the game just to check. I've seen Chun-Li bump into the mirror doing that. Someone verified, but not me. That was cool. Huh? It's like he was trying to stay safe, like he didn't want her to parry. But he could have had 2-hit crouch fierce into everything. Neat. He does say somersault for the Japanese one. The thing is, he speaks English in both the Japanese and English voice. Just one he says flash kick and the other he says somersault. Both of those are English words. That knee drop was really bad. He could have died for that. Easy operation. No, no, too far away. Dude, fucking Terry Bogard's voice actor is a precious thing. It's a fucking treasure. Oh my god, what a mess. Stop. Ken's Tatsu is the highest of all Tatsus, I think. Which is bad for shit like, this. This is Tokoro. He's one of the better Yangs these days. Very short combo. Oh no, twins are... That was a punish. Hard to juggle or what? Oh, he did all three. He was dying if that didn't work. He hit the EX to make that combo. He's like trying to play... This is... He bred 2 bars. He's trying to make this comeback. He could really do it. This is now very feasible. Oh my god. Oh, there it goes. If the game is supported as long as they say, twins will show up. Twins are popular ass characters. Everyone pretends to hate the twins, but actually everyone likes the twins. Whew, the hitbox. Final Fantasy Tactics game. Maybe A2 eventually. Yeah, in Street Fighter 5 he says both. Somersault and flash kick. They're not really twins if there's a third one. Remember how the twins actually date twins? There's like twin girls. There's no ender there unless you have super. Despite looking like a... Despite technically being a normal, the palm at the end of that TC functions as a special move. I think it does chip. But it's not the same as his regular palm. We got Rose back, except she's tiny and brown and she can't drill. Nice. These are perfect dive kicks. Young. In Japan, they're Yun and Yun. They're supposed to be named after yin and yang, but it's not so easy to translate. Japan doesn't have that many fucking vowel sounds. Stand strong, wait patiently, look for parries. These are unblockables on Hugo. Well, they can be. He actually hasn't found one yet. You need a cross-up dive kick. That was a good punish. That did as much damage as his regular punish would have done. Alright, here we go. That's an unblockable. Wow, that was weird. He's trying to be real safe. Red parries have a very narrow success rate. 2 frames or whatever, 3. And also Yang can delay his Rekkas quite a bit. More than 3 frames. So red parrying Rekkas is actually quite difficult. Yeah, no matter the tier of the big body, there's always some god tier big body player. Hugo's so tall he's having trouble finding these cross-up dive kicks. This is now looking real bad. There it is. Yes, it's Itabashi now. It's probably Snake Eyes last game, and also Itabashi. Balgeef is fairly accurate. He got the ideal parry, but I don't know if Urien can get a Crouch Fierce in the middle of that. He experienced 1 frame. Excuse me. I've been yawning all day today. I should get an early night. But I got work in less than an hour. Nice. Very nice. That's a well-placed mirror. This can be a bunch of tackles. Oh, he dropped it. He could have had a fat combo there. He could have killed Yang before he ever hit the ground. It's over, though. I don't see this happening. Yang needs to play perfect for a long fucking time. I didn't watch Taiwan Fighter. I don't think. Bullhorn is a really good anti-fireball. And technically speaking, a button hold move being an anti-fireball is maybe the best motion you can have for an anti-fireball move. Nice. He could have super canceled to kill. He could have brain super so easily to kill. But he's like, no, I want to keep this. That's a dangerous game to play as Akuma. I gotta leave after this video. Huh. That was odd. Even Akuma wasn't really sure what was going on. He's gonna get over. He has a kill combo here. I'm not joking. He didn't get it. Jump run, stand strong. EX headbutt, tackle, tackle, EX headbutt is a touch of dizzy on Akuma. Missed the punish. Every character in Street Fighter 3 has a pretty good dash, including Urien. Urien's moves really fucking far, but it's kind of takes a long time. Missed the tackle. Trading down is something you can do at this point. Oh, that's gonna work. Match is a real good Akuma. This is over. Surprised he went for that as often as he did. Your aim was jumping around a lot. You should have been going for hard DP into super. Cora. Aura's pokes do really well against Uriens if you know how to place them. I feel like Aura shouldn't lose to Urien in a poke war. But that's what happened for the first half of this match. Punch a hole through the defeated fighter? Huh? That sounds like Urban Legend of... No, what is it? Urban Legend of Zelda. You guys ever heard that? That's a trope. Ah. Nice, good forward dash. Good awareness. Missed a medium tackle. Reversal headbutt. It's really good against Makoto. It dodges the it dodges the Karakusa and recovers fast enough for you to punish a whiffed Karakusa. And it's also not horribly unsafe. Also, Makoto's kind of short, so it tends to whiff, and it's kind of hard to whiff punish. And she can't easily parry it because she's so short. Another reversal headbutt. Makoto's actually one of the shortest characters, if not the shortest, for her standing animation. But she's about regular size for a croucher. This could actually turn around. Woo! Series of good plays. Right, about that time that I pulled the disappearing act. Good run. Lots of good third strike.